have the archivists inserted that information, like replace the phone numbers with names, or have they taken that from your phone and put it there? Does that question make sense?
It does. Give me 1 sec. Okay, there we go. I had to turn that off. They are using that presumption based on the text messages that were sent to him for the request. So when the request was made, it was like this number, insert name, and I'm looking for this number, insert name, talking to Brian, right? But we know within the marshals who has access to it.
Yeah. It's gonna sound silly, but have you verified the information we're seeing on this website here?
Yeah, that's all accurate.
Okay. So, I mean, they handed you this, right? So this is like a
like a receipt.
Yeah, like a show of force. They're like, look at what we're capable of.
Yeah, that website does a number, eh?
Yeah, I think that's what was making my MDT lose itself.
That made everything just fucked for me.
I think there's a way you can.
Yeah, some acceleration stuff, I think. Interesting. I mean, really all this is, I mean, it's just showing the call logs, but obviously the people's names is a massive issue, especially if certain people get that information that shouldn't.
Oh! Lucien also twatted around the time of those twats, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, he was pretty active last night, and so was, I mean, the Faceless and the Archivist both twatted out too.
It's just like, it turns the Archivist's MO into just this murky, nebulous thing. It's like, what? Like, why are they giving us all? They're giving us these keys. They're giving us these phone logs. I have no idea why.
I feel like we're just fish with in the water with some bait. I don't know. Can we not like try and bring this person in on something and then just like interrogate them? Or no?
Oh, 100%. I think we can get Lucien in for treason, quite frankly. There is going to be a challenge here, which, give me 1 sec. I'm nearly done. Sorry, my ADHD always goes wild in the morning.
Yeah.
He also said he has the same level as Lucien. Stated the transaction logs such as ACR.
I guess the best charge we have really would be treason.
Yeah, I mean, by claiming to be information brokers, dealing in information like this, phone call logs, especially with such sensitive information, it's definitely threatening the stability of what we got going on here.
If you're a part of an organization that has altered the Constitution and are it's literally destabilizing, right?
Yeah.
So,
has Lucien claimed affiliation with Archivists? Or have we established that?
nearly done, and I can focus on those questions. Here comes the buyer. Okay. All right. Done. Could you ask that again?
Have we established or seen Lucien claim affiliation with Archivists? Have we made that solid connection?
I believe so. Like I said, it's been very... Look, I'm going to just say it how it is, right?
Yeah.
Sean, could you, so I don't forget, could you document the twat that just got sent out?
Yeah.
Miller's a good guy. Brandy's very intelligent, but wasn't given the support needed in her own department, right? And it was bad. But as a consequence, and then Junior was a target. There wasn't, I would say that the information is likely there. I don't know if we have enough to pull out a case. That is something that we probably want to start doing. I am
Putting
going
together a solid foundation.
Precisely. I want to re-engage with IT to get us right off the get. This, I think, needs to be put into a Marshall document, and very similar to like this needs to be moved. I need to talk to IT to get like a report category to be fully encrypted, so we can build up cases on an individual basis, right?
Yeah.
One mistake that law enforcement had prior been making, and now we're starting to resolve, and I think Archivist falls into this, is that we need to start actually building up a case file for these targets, Lucien and otherwise, so that once it's crossed enough of a barrier, we actually have a warrant we can place, right? And then it might land on terror, like cybercrime. It could land on treason, but I think we need to get some of these questions answered, right? Because I believe the answer is yes, but I don't know if we have the record of that to get to where we need to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so far the only thing we have is direct twats from Lucien and officer statements detailing phone calls.
Offhand, then there may be like undocumented things, right? Like one thing that draws... So I would say that Lucien had, we can probably show that he had constructive possession of that number of the time when like the Constitution changed and whatnot. I can draw that relationship personally because he updated the Constitution and told me about it personally, right? Now, at the time, cybercrime didn't exist, but at the time, what did exist was treason. And this isn't like cybercrimes if you use the service, in my opinion. This, though, is these individuals are, I'm looking at treason, an individual who attempts to subvert the authority of the state of San Andreas through violence, rhetoric, or other means. The authority shall be considered the person's step to include the laws and legislation of the legislative authorities and the Constitution of the United States by literally partaking in the alteration of the published Constitution. And because the only thing that is exclusionary is legislation and other aspects of the legal system, I would argue that by him altering that and by even touching that mainframe is inherently treason.
Yeah, I mean, it would, like, if that got out to the sort of widespread public, they would have every right to question the entire Constitution. How do we know what else hasn't been?
Where do you see United States? Did I say United States? Yeah. So Brandy wants out, and I get her. She said, like, I had a good heart-to-heart with her. She's not like, this isn't what she's interested in, right? It's really that simple. And, I actually kind of recognize it because I sort of feel this way with this as well. This, even compared with the Faceless, is, like you said, they've got we don't even know why they're doing it, right? It's very undefined. It's you know what? I'm going to say it like this. This is like Silk Road for information, right? With Silk Road, do you guys know what Silk Road is?
I've heard the term, but no.
No.
Silk Road, back in my day when Bitcoin was only like, you could get 1,000 Bitcoin for $1. There was something called Tor networks, right? Tor networks was a Tor network was like okay, with the internet today, everything's like connected in some form of fashion, right?
Yeah.
ISP, and the ISP like goes and talks other shit, and like, that's how we connect to each other. A Tor, but you have an IP. A Tor, so if you go to a website, like, I don't know, google.com or whatever, that main copy is probably at Google headquarters. But there's like a copy of that website, like, locally, like in our town, like there's probably a copy of it here in San Andreas, so that we don't need to reach all the way to Google headquarters to get that, right?
Okay.
Now, the thing is, we know what Google's IP is. Like, we can ping it, right? We can look at it in our browser if you hit the right button. Yeah. So, a Tor network hides the address. The way that it does it, it doesn't use an IP address, it uses like a string of characters. And what this network does is it hides where that thing is living and effectively creates an alternative internet. For you to find a way there requires you to use a special browser, and when you go and look for stuff, it talks to other computers that have only bits and pieces of the information to solve a puzzle to get to where you need.
Okay.
Tor networks were used to create something like Silk Road. Silk Road was like eBay, except for drugs. You could literally buy like a pound of cocaine, and no one would know that you're on that website and you made the transaction, because you also used Bitcoin to do the trade. So the money was untraceable, and you going to that website was untraceable. The person hosting Silk Road was untraceable. Eventually, the Silk Road guy got caught, FYI, but it took like billion, like it was a whole thing. What I was trying to get to here is maybe the archivists are just like eBay for information. Each individual, Lucien, for example, and this other guy they're not bought into like a religion or whatever. They're just these fucking hackers that are like, have other people, they're serving tea to the tea sippers. You know what I mean? I don't know. Am I making any sense, or do I sound crazy?
Yeah. No, I get, I'm still on what you're stepping in. So then why are they just handing us free shit?
That's what I don't understand the purpose of them like messing with us and giving us all this stuff. It seems very odd to me.
So the longer I think about it, the longer I start to think that these keys actually just don't do shit.
Yeah, I think they're just toying with us. I mean, because they twatted out something too, like in binary, and it translated literally to like, this doesn't include like you're an idiot kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't need information from us. They can clearly access anything they want whenever they want. I'm just, you know what I mean? I don't know. It seems
so.
I don't know.
So keep in mind, right? And I'm playing devil's advocate here, right? Or like providing alternative perspective, is that I don't think they were toying with us, like you, me, Riker. They were toying with Miller because Miller was doing some wild shit. Keep in mind,
Okay.
like,
See, I don't know about that.
yeah. So some context. Junior was singing him like songs and shit and talking shit to him, and there was some toying. Like Lucien may have been doing it, not the Archivist, but Lucien. So he was like getting Miller or Junior to do X, Y, and Z. Junior hates doing shit. I've known him long enough that like we needed money, we needed dude would just want to go do some other shit, right? Wasn't his jam. So he found it annoying, so Junior started fucking with Lucien. Miller wanted to chase the Archivist like a damn ping. And when he didn't get that, he would like talk shit to Lucien. And so I think Lucien was fucking with them, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
now, and that's why I'm trying to divide it into, think about Lucien different from that organization. The Archivist to me sound like it's a service. I don't think it's like hooded individuals that have like sworn an oath. I think they're just individual hackers who use a service as described to me by the Archivist 2 days ago. It's like because Lucien to me was kind of a dumb fuck. This other guy I spoke to yesterday seemed to have a better grasp of, like Lucien sounds like he's like 20. The guy I spoke to yesterday sounds like he's 30 plus. You know what I mean?
Right.
Lucien shit didn't make any sense. The guy yesterday made significantly more sense. He called the Archivist providing a service that's like a library. You check information in and it allows you to check information out. And
It's almost like a dark web.
oh yeah, that's what a Silk Road and Tor is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another way
Pretty
of
much. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Dark web.
It's like
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
so I think why we get this information back, don't get me wrong, I think there is some toying, but I would consider it more like a matter of, are you worthy of getting it, right?
Right. What's like I think I know the answer. The most like the current threat really would be Mr. Smith's identity getting out there to the face.
Oh,
list,
he's
is that
already
correct?
ripped. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do
this,
we know where Mr. Smith is right now?
I think this is gonna no. In fact, I've asked Ruth we're gonna probably throw him in prison. I'm gonna give you guys a quick. I was gonna bring you into the case, Riker, so to get you access to all the faceless stuff. But let me give you guys a quick sort of summary. Smith has been trying to provide this information for a while. He's been virtually suicidal for the past like week, and like he's doing doing extremely risky shit that's going to get him exposed to give us information that we never needed in the first place. I will say though, he is the only reason we captured what's his name, Moreno, yes, 2 days ago. He's the one that did. Riker, you were on radio, right? You know about the handoff of the food and all that?
Yep.
Yeah. So the thing is that these text messages are going to be a confirmation bias to the faceless that he's involved, regardless of what was said, because he didn't actually say much on those dates. But he's a dead man walking. He told me in so many uncertain words, first off, he forced our hand to take Moreno that day. He told me he was going to die. He's already been shown the black card. And I know some of this might make no sense, Sean, because there's just so much depth to it, so feel free to ask questions. He was shown the black card by the faceless a couple days ago. And then at the end of all this, he's like, I'm ready to change my identity, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, I need to go give Silas deliver food to him. And I'm like, are you dumb? Like, you think they're going to kill you and you're going to go to one of the assets and be like, here's some food. Like, set yourself up to getting shanked.
Yeah.
He was going to do it anyways, so we monitored to make sure he didn't die. And in the course of those steps, we got Silas. And he told me after he does that, he's going to slit Frederick White's throat. So as much as Frederick is a bad guy, we can't let him die. So we're just going to grab Brandon, which is Mr. Smith. I mean, at this point, like, I don't even fucking know if we need to use a fucking code name, to be honest. At this point, the guy's like advertising what he's doing. And I think we need to arrest him and put him into a safe house.
Is he safe though? Like in a safe house with the archivist and all that can find that information?
Say again?
Like with putting him in a safe house though, is that safe given the fact that the archivist could help them find him?
I have no idea. Archivist definitely creates a level of a unique level of complexity to everything. Do you see a fence on your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was me or not.
I was wondering.
Trying to shake this fence, man.
Holy shit. Oh boy.
I have a battering ram now.
There we go.
I still see it. Oh, no, it's still there.
Yeah, no, there we go. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah.
There it is. Kicked it right off.
Yeah. Some good work.
I think a faceless asset decided to utilize the service of the archivist and sort of, but the archivists are willing to work with anybody, but they're making the faceless pay more. This may turn out to be a good thing ultimately, as foolish as that may sound.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And I say this in the sense that
The box.
Thank you.
the faceless would have had to have given the archivist some really good shit to get this information. Because I made it very clear to the archivist that you're going to cause someone to die. This seems against your philosophy.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to weigh that as a part of their, decision making.
I'm just wondering, like, what are they getting that's so valuable from the faceless that makes it worth his while?
As long as there are no cadets waiting, then you can take one.
Did he hint at all towards what he got from them?
No, because you can also take a cadet.
I think so. Well, not in the phone call, but take a look at the archivist's latest poll I did for the phone logs.
Just cadets? No, just cadets on duty. Correct, yes. Oh, it's Minerva? Fuck yeah, take them both. Yeah. No problem. Yeah.
So, yesterday in the morning at 10:44:26 a.m., he texted to the requesting number, which ends in 4560. Your information is ready. Your payment terms must be discussed further, : So originally this number, which some faceless related folk said, I need Brian Knight's number. And the archivist said, what, and he said, I'm willing to give you Delta One's full name and who speaks to cops and reporters, something like that. The archivist said, okay, fine, I'll get it. And then the data was ready a couple days ago, whenever the siphon complete thing was. And then yesterday morning, to me, this text reads, okay, so because prior to this, I had told them, this is the Faceless, they're fucking evil, they're blah, blah, blah. Like, I just told, like, I was trying to try to convince them not to give this information out, right? And so, like I said, yesterday morning, I think that text alludes to, we know that you're a big org, we need something big, and I think it's like we need something on Charlie. Like,
Huh. Okay.
because the very newspaper, like, that was referenced by the Faceless asset, like, you know, this guy talks to the news reporters or whatever. There's a clipping of a newspaper article where it says Charlie the Enigma, or the Enigma Charlie. So if I was the archivist, I'd look at that and I'd be like, haha, well, tell me more about Charlie.
Yeah.
Maybe what's his name? Which we need.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be real with you. There may be some means that we can trade some legally. Look, I'm not saying we're going to do this, right? But I would entertain providing information we intend to disclose to the archivist.
Yeah,
in
we could
exchange.
do the whole, like, something that's already public, right? Do that little switcheroo. Give them information that's already public, with them thinking that it's not public, and we're not actually, you know, in the hopes to get information from them on the Faceless. Yeah, that'd be huge.
I just have to figure out how much of that would be legal and how to make sure we keep log of what we're doing. Because there is the reality which people are simple-minded, right? So if, for example, we're like, we're arresting Silas Moreno, right? Like, that may not be much. Or, very similar to this, he may ask us something we can never deliver. I don't know. I'm like talking myself out of this at the same time. I feel like we would muddy the waters if we worked with him.
Yeah.
If we obtain that information through his network, right? Like, we were able to legally break into that shit, which I don't see why we wouldn't, right? It's an illicit device. Just like a computer system in someone's home, we're able to search and seize that bitch. The search and seizure warrant of which we can say we're going to be doing data forensics, including but not limited to breaking into any protections. Okay.
Okay.
Let me dial back to Sean's original question. Where do we go from here? Step one, I'm going to find out in the next 30 minutes a methodology by which we can have an entire category that is encrypted, because we need that, right? We can't function off a singular report. The second is that we need to start generating cases on each the archivist org, right? To make them like effectively enemy of the state. Like, who is the archivist? What have they done? Like, as an organization. The second, and we'll have a template for that. Ruth is working on the Faceless one for it. Give me just 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. Both search warrants are signed. We'll be executing them today.
Okay. Do you want to call up Opal and just let me know when you're doing it? And
yeah, I'll let you know when.
Easy. All right. Good shit. What about the subpoenas?
I'm gonna get those written now.
You're a fucking legend. I'm excited to see you in court.
All right, sounds good.
Hell yeah. All right.
Talk soon. Bye.
You take care. Bye. Ruth is already working on the faceless, Charlie, etc. So we'll have a good template to work off of. That will allow that if tomorrow we find Lucien, we have a way to arrest him, right? We're already 90% of the way there for a court case, right? We don't have to backtrack and be like, okay, what do we got on, right? The third thing, and this is the thing that we need to do simultaneously, we need to start looking for clues where the fuck our MDT systems are. Because we need to find out if they're on this island, and we need to find out if they're how they're compromised, right?
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, some worker at the data center just plugged in a charging cable that he got at a security convention, right?
Can we go to news real quick?
Yep.
So I have been told by Delta One that something like that exists, and he is looking into it. Yeah. In so many uncertain terms. Like, if you haven't heard Delta One speak before, he's not always fully direct. He's not full with his answers with details.
Yeah.
But from what he said, it certainly sounded like he's going to look into it. Here's where I think it might be. Because this is where it used to be.
Okay.
The thing is, you know, it might not be here, right? Like,
yeah.
Is there
I
a
have two
fucking
others.
door? Is there an entrance? Is there a security pad? Is there like maybe a device that, because I've seen doors that don't open. I've seen doors that don't open until you have the fob, right? You won't even see, like, you know, we're just so used to door handles and keys.
Yeah.
But you can walk up to this thing right here, run a key a fob, and the door just pops open.
Yep.
So,
I have two other theories as well.
You want to yell?
One is the that other Los Santos government building, the big white one on Haywick or wherever it is.
Yeah.
The other is the FIB building, because
how about the old courthouse on Occupation?
That's a good shout. And you said FIB building?
Yeah, I know. I remember the old one. Yeah. So, you remember when on 1010?
No.
We went to
no.
What?
Don't ever bring that up.
Okay.
Riker, and I say this because I trust you. We never bring up that place.
Got it.
I will consider this I know you'll be a marshal one day, hopefully. If I don't care if there's cops dying, if there is ever a belief someone is trying to get access to that place, you drop everything. And if someone, like, if there even appears as though they may go inside, you end them.
Okay.
They're live committing terrorism. We'll just kind of leave it at that.
Got it.
Where's this for? Sorry, I missed that.
I'll bring it up only if it becomes relevant, Sean. It's one of those.
Yeah, of course.
It's better not to know type things.
Good. You're good. But I feel like, can you come here for a second? I might be crazy.
Riker's probably like, what the
Those
fuck?
handles look like eyes, and I'm pretty sure in some of those things that the Archivist has sent to us have those logos. I could be crazy, though.
Oh, on the door handle?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you say that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just one of those things where it's like...
Brother, they look
head.
like fucking eyes.
That's what I'm saying. We'll go through some of the photos. I swear on some of the stuff that they've sent. Yeah, the key room photo has like an all-seeing eye, kind of like a with a triangle. That's a little different. Yeah, never mind. That's more like a Illuminati thing.
I'm gonna take a look around as well. Like this is one of those things that how do I put this? With a lot of things with like Delta One, Faceless, even the Archivist, we have to really expand our mind beyond what we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let's get on 18.
Ready to check.
10-2. I'm gonna check the roof side. Many years ago, we used to keep some tanks in the back as well. There was I have something for you guys to poke at. I don't recall their names anymore. But there used to be two individuals that used to run a military corporation, so to speak. Eve Summers may know something about this, because she was a part of it. But this military corp used to actually operate out of here, but they never told us everything about this location. Finding out from Eve what those names are and seeing if we can get in contact with them may provide some clues.
I found a room, but there's just pallets in here.
Yeah, don't run into the back wall.
Oh, the guy's name is Bane. It was Bane and one other dude.
Sorry, I said don't run into the back wall?
Correct. Cool.
Yeah, I get it.
Dude, imagine we walk up to one of these things and there's like a fucking computer system just sitting there. Oh yeah, we have the photos. What about those photos of the computers in the... There's a photo labeled ATC in the Archivist.
Isn't that where they found the key, Miller and Brandy?
It's where we found key number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Where was that?
Top floor of ATC. Or like just before the actual air traffic control rooms.
Is that in Kudo or?
Correct.
Okay. There's a helicopter pad up here, I had no idea.
The north side or the south side?
North side.
Oh, I'm gonna be dead.